Yo, let's get it. We're gonna run double resonators today in parallel. I'll explain it, but let's get it into the theory. Okay, so how this works. Of course, we're gonna be doing hammering and shit, right? It's crazy. Every time I swear, like I try to shoot this tape like 6 times already. This is like number 7. I'm telling you that. All right, so resonator. Singing swords at 8 foot, you're gonna have 8 peaks. At 4 feet, it's gonna be 16. At 2, it's gonna be 32. At 1, it's gonna be 64, and at a half a foot, it's gonna be 128. So if it's 8 at 8, then at 16 feet, it's 4. We're talking about the number of partials. Now, if it's at 32, then it's 2. 64 is 1, and half of 1 is a half of a partial. So let's go to cone filter. Let's pull up a resonance. All right, now let's see that. Let's zoom it in. Now, when I turn the cone filter a little bit, now you see a full peak, right? Now, this full peak is what it is. Now, if I go like that, what's that look? What does that remind you of from yesterday? The King's Crown. That's the 50X harmonic resonator. I'm pulling it up. Excuse me. Sorry. I have it on screen. I gotta do this shit because I have to prove this shit. A good student is gonna show his fucking work. This is what I'm doing. Alright, so turn this. Oh my god. You see, this is a half a peak. If you look at that, you want to split hairs and say, oh, that's 3, whatever. Yeah, okay. I see one and 2 halves, which means that's 2, but because that's a half of a peak right here. Now, I'm going to turn the camera here to computer. You clearly see what I mean. This is a resonator. Oh shit. This is a resonator extendo saw, and then this is the regular one. Now you might want to say, oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, whatever. This is at 8 foot though. I say 3, actually 4. You could say 5. Okay, well, when you turn it from 8 foot to 16, this is gonna go from whatever 5 to 10, or from, like I said, 4 to 8. This is the King's Crown, or the you see, but it's like a half a peak. So we can split hairs. You know, we can do whatever the hell people want to do. We can do it. Oh boy. So regardless, okay. The point being proven and had here is that on the Blofeld you can run 2 resonators at a time. We're going to do that. So I'm gonna just reinitialize the shit. Alright, so let's go to initial patch. Let's pull up Singing Swords, you know, Resonator X, and Yatum Shatum. You know, whatever. You just have the resonators that I gave you guys for free in there loaded. So Singing Swords, Resonator, Resonator X, and Resonator Double X. What you're going to do, I'm going to take Singing Swords as Oscillator 1. Shit. Can't speak right. Pulse width. Okay, so the pulse width is 0. That's the... Oh shit, that's the that's where all the peaks are at the even proportion. Okay. Now we bring in the resonator X, triple or double X. Do the same thing. Take that pulse down to 0 so all the peaks are up. Now LFO1 is going to be pulse width source for both. Crank it. LFO1 is going to be speed is 7, you know, single cycle wave. Start phase is 0, key tracking is 0. Envelope, up, down. Now, what you do with oscillator 2 is you're going to want to run the balance through filter 2. Make sure that both of your filters are in parallel, which they come as. Good look, Bluey, Cluey. He said, go in, guys, do it. Fuck the hammer. I'm gonna make noise now too. I'm gonna add in. Good look, G. You hear him? Came back down to say what's up. My birdies. Alright, so the cutoff is at 59 for filter 1, 71 for filter 2, right? Bandpass bullshit on the 12. We doing a parallel radio. They just won't stop hammering. I got a hammer right behind me too. Alright, let's try to ignore this. So we're gonna bring this in, right? It's almost sitar-ish, you know what I mean? It's weird, like, you know? Now, if you turn it in serial, you're probably like, well, what happens if you do that? Kind of cool stuff. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know. Whatever. Teach their own. Alright, so look. So now what you want to do, you want to start playing with the partial amount. Okay, how you play with partial amount, how do you do that? You mess with the footage octave, because we know that when you mess with footage octave, it is going to change the amount of partials by double, either increasing it by double or halving it, or decreasing it by half or double or whatever. So 8, then 16, then 32, you know, and you know, I mean, like the powers or whatever the fuck. Listen, it's not, it's simple math, okay? It's not hard. Okay, I don't want to get into what type of math it is. It's like multiplication or addition, whatever you want to call it. Just listen. It works if you do it. If you have this plugged in, this is going to work. Now, what you want to do, if you want to play games, or if you want to play comb games, right, we know that and also PPG will negate filter FM. It screws it up. So what you got to do is you have to go to filter drive. Oscillator 1 mod. On both. Crank it. Put it on straight crank. Alright? Now, if you serial that, you get some stuff. Stuff I didn't expect. Kind of like a brassy type of thing going on, right? It's pretty crazy. Well, if you're at 32, so 16, then 8, then 4, right? Turn singing sword down to a half of a partial. Remember, that was in serial. If you turn to parallel, maybe a key note would be to do this. If it's in serial, you probably will want to turn a resonator or oscillator 2 back into filter 1, because we know that filter 1 will be leading itself into filter 2, which would be outputting the bullshit, right? Almost gets bass guitarish, but I'm not trying to do that. However, it's another easy, cheap way to achieve it and get a nice, robust tone. So what I'm saying is filter or FM, oscillator FM for this does not work too well. Let's display that really quick, and I'm going to shut this tape down. I hope you guys have fun doing this stuff. I would advise you to go practice and play. Let's now demonstrate why FM is bad. God. Oh my Lord, that is atrocious. That's why I don't do FM with the double resonators, because it does not turn out well at all. It does not. It is atrocious, man, and always. Hold up. Let's make an experiment. So you take it up high. It's like, please stop. Man. What happens if you run some filters on that though? Probably nothing. Let's see. Try, come. If it's just making a bunch of noise, I'm sure. Yep. Yeah, don't use filter, or don't use FM, excuse me, when you're using this type of stuff. It's atrocious. As you hear, it's not musically useful at all. Kind of like a picture falling off the wall and breaking. However, we are playing pictures and portraits and images. I set trends. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader and a trendsetter. I suggest you do the same. That does not make me special. That just makes me unique. I'm not better than anyone else. I have flaws too. I'll catch you on the flip.